Hey everybody, welcome back to Tanner's Books and Beyond. How's everybody's Diversathon going? I don't actually know when I'll be able to edit and upload this, so it's entirely possible that by the time you see it, your Diversathon has finished. I was planning on doing a Diversathon halftime report to just update on how things are going, but partly because of the fact that I haven't had a lot of time to film, I don't even know how much time I have to film this, and partly because of the fact that there's been stuff happening this week that I haven't had as much time to read as I hoped. I haven't been reading as many books as I thought I'd be able to in this time. So instead, I'm going to talk about something almost totally different. I'm going to talk to you guys about TV tropes. Don't worry, this is actually sort of relevant. For those of you who have never heard of it, I highly doubt this has happened, but if you've never heard of TV Tropes, basically it is sort of a wiki that catalogs narrative devices, or tropes. So it will list a trope, for example, the straight gay character, a character who is gay but they have no stereotypical gay mannerisms. They will have that trope page, and then they have a list of all of the works that have examples of this. And then on the works page, you can click on the works page and go to that work, and it has lists of all the narrative devices that that work uses. I know a lot of people take umbrage of it just because they don't like the obsessive categorizing and parsing down all works into their basic parts. I like it because it fulfills my need of obsessive list making, and another reason I like it is because it's like any wiki. If you go on TV Tropes, you're going to be there for about a year the first time you go on there. It is like a pit made of smaller pits. For example, let's say you go in there and just out of curiosity, you say, I want to look at examples of lesbians in anime that were turned into cousins in America, because we all know that's a thing. And so you go on there like, oh yeah, here's Sailor Moon, but oh, here's this other show called Utena. I've never heard of Utena. And you go check on Utena, you're looking at their tropes, and they're like, oh, car motifs, that's interesting. I have actually thought of shows that have motifs surrounding cars and vehicles. I wonder if the show I'm thinking of is on that page. And you go there, and you look at that page, and you find something else, and then you find something else, and you keep on going. After the first hour, you're dehydrated, you're shaking, and you have 1,800 tabs open on your web browser because you are just fallen into this rabbit hole, this maze of works and tropes and narratives and plots and stuff like that. Anyways, the reason I'm bringing this up is because there have been quite a few times where I'm going through TV Tropes and I stumble upon a book that I've never heard of before, and maybe it came out like 20 years ago, or maybe it just came out this last year, and somebody put a page up for it just because they really liked it. And so I'll stumble onto these things that I've never heard of before, and it'll tickle my fancy, and I'll put it on my wish list. The thing is, though, this has hardly ever happened with diverse books. The other thing I do is that once I complete a work, I will look at its TV Tropes page, but quite often, when I finish my diverse books, I'll go check on it in TV Tropes, and it doesn't have a page. It's honestly not that surprising. It does kind of go hand in hand with the fact that diverse books themselves are undersold and under-advertised and just underrepresented in general in the literature world. And so once again, in the spirit of Diversathon, it is up to us to promote this stuff. So I'm just thinking that one of the ways that I and plenty of other people out there could help promote these diverse books is to help make TV Tropes pages for them. And it's really not that hard. There's plenty of templates out on the website. I mean, you can even just find a book that you like and follow the template that it has on its page. It's free to edit. You can make an account, but there's it's just a password and a username. You don't have to get vetted or anything. There's no such thing as noteworthiness, so your book doesn't have to be like a Stonewall Honors Award winner. It can just be any book that you stumbled across that you thought was cute. You go in, you find some tropes that you're familiar, that you recognize from reading in the book, you put those on the page, and then you take the book and you put those on the tropes page. Slowly but surely, you're able to insert the book into the tangled web of TV Tropes, and you ingratiate it into that entire network of stuff. You make it part of the rabbit hole that people fall down when they're looking at stuff. And I know it's not a huge thing. I'm not saying that oh, we need to get on this right now. We need to put all of our resources towards this, because no, this is something that you kind of just do casually when you feel like bringing it into the world. But this is, again, it's another thing that it helps promote the book. It helps draw more people into its sphere of influence, I guess. And yeah, I'm probably putting more stock in this than is worth, but my line of thinking is that it's more exposure. If even just one kid is scrolling through TV Tropes and they're able to happen upon a book that resonates with them, that contains characters that they've never been able to find before in literature, and then because of TV Tropes, because this book had a page, they're able to discover it, then it's everything. The whole thing is worth it. So that's all I wanted to say. It was just a little, idea I had. I know I'm going to slowly but surely start going through the diverse books I have, the ones I've read, and also keep track of them when I am reading them. Just try and catalog the tropes that I can, make pages for what I can when I get the chance to, because, yeah, like I said, it's the exposure, and any little amount of exposure is going to help these books. So I'll probably go start seeing if I can find stuff for those books now. And so until next time, I'll see you all later.